Гайдара. У нас тут старший. У нас такая традиция. Всем гостинскому входу попробуйте вход. Это как гостеприимство. Вот. Салык Алаев.
Салык Алаев. Салык Алаев.
Вот.
We will go in this building. This is the House of Culture of Village Gaidar. We will present you our luck, what we are doing, what we are gonna do in our further work. Then we will show you a défilé, how to say that, small presentation of the national Gagauzian clothes, and we'll show you how our grandparents, grandmothers were looking like when they were like fiancés. So they're like when they were brides, their clothes. We will show it also. After that, we will introduce you our like carpet museum and carpet workshop. You will participate in one activity of sewing carpets. After that, we will have a small like photo zone. We will make some photos and we will have some fourchette. I would like to introduce you first of all. I'm as a manager. Maria Stamat is the second flag manager. So with her support, we are doing everything. And one of the representatives of the lag as a boss, how to say that?
Boss.
Boss. The president of the lag, Mr. Topchu. He is also the mayor of one of the villages, which we are situated as an office. And Mr. Nikolai Karapire is the mayor of other village, Baurchi. So,
And there is the Gaiдар mayor.
oh yeah, the guy with the hat, he is right there, behind you.
Нас встречает примар Гайдар.
Yeah, so we are welcomed by the mayor of the Gaidar, this man with the hat. Yeah.
Да, супер. Вам хлопают.
You are the guests. You are here, the guests, the welcome guests. And I would like to give the word to the president of the lab, Mr. Topchu.
Мы так договорились, Захар, мы договорились, я прошу прощения, мы договорились так, чтобы не мучить гостей на улице. Мы проходим, показываем выставку, небольшую презентацию, а потом плавно мы переходим рассказывать о нашем лагере.
So, once again, welcome to our flag. In English, it sounds as Gagauzian pattern. We are created as a lag from 2017. At the end of the year, I think it was like maybe October or November, I'm not sure. I would like to introduce you the small activities, what we are doing now and what we are going to do in the project. So, our lag consists of 6 villages. Incident, Vishalma, Kirsava, Baurchi, Peraponti, Almai, and we are now in Gaidar. Our population of the lag is more than 30,000 inhabitants. Now it's about 31,000. So the most important is that our lake is situated pretty close as a villages to each other, which helps us to make a really good infrastructural projects and cooperation projects. The villages are close to regional routes, and you can see here, and this way. And we have a favorable climate for growing our local products. We have a fertile soil and water source from local lakes. Each locality has a strong cultural ensembles, Ukrainian ensembles, Bulgarian and Gagauzian. So every village, we can say that every village has its own ensemble. What? Yeah. There are many craftsmen and conditions are promising for the creation of workshops to produce traditional costumes. We are working on development of sewing costumes, the national cloth, to make it more popular in our region, also outside. There are several famous regional products and relevant festivals, including the traditional Gagauzian Carpet Festival. We will show you some objects, some carpets from this festival. And there is also a very famous festival in Tomai, Wine Festival. Our team is a combination of youth, of young ideas and experience that is gained for many years. I am, as a manager, I am the youngest manager. I think not only here in Gagauzia, but in all Europe. I am 22 for this moment, and I would like to say that our lag is also one of the youngest, so it's interesting. Yeah. Our team consists mostly of the people that are interested, that are passionate of the things that we can change in our rural areas. We are including people from the local authorities, from the civil society, active representative of youth and business. Our LAC office is situated in Tomai. You were crossing it when you were coming here. Tomai is well developed in terms of different business sectors. We have agriculture, services, manufacturers, for example, wine factory. We have tractor, machine factory. We have sheep. Sorry. Oh, we have almonds, gardens. We have. And our office is situated in the Tomai because it's in the center of our land. So our vision as a LAG, the LAG Gagauz want to improve living conditions for local people by rethinking of traditional economic activities and developing rural tourism services based on our multi-ethnical, cultural values, wine culture and traditional local cuisine. So we have three main goals of development of our LAG. First one is revival and promotion of cultural and historical heritage. We are trying to revive all history which is gained for more than 100, 200 years. We want to make it actual for youth to be closer to the young generation because they're not feeling as a part of Gagauzia, of the history, so we want to promote it to them, to show it that you have to know your history, you have to share your culture because it's unique. Second is improving the quality of life and living comfort of local residents and guests. We are working on the infrastructural objects, we are working on different educational schools, we are working on different exchanges of experience. We have a lot of guests, we are guesting other LAGs, we are working with other LAGs also. And third one is supporting traditional industries with a focus on rural tourism development. So we have, as I said, some master classes, we have different local products that we want to promote, we want to spread it through the world and share our local values and to show that we are really good in the things that we are doing. So I would like to introduce you some of projects that we made for the last year, for the 2018, during the financial support of EU project. First project was in the village Verapontivka, it's sewing class. So in the school we created a sewing class for the children to develop their skills in sewing different costumes or designing a new cloth. Second project is you're situated in Gaiдар, you will see later is the Cartoon Museum. I will not tell you anymore, you will see everything, you will participate. Third one is ensemble costumes in Beshalma. So we understood that our ensembles have to be more like modern, well, first of all, these costumes are for the winter period, so we understand that they feel sometimes cold when they are participating in big events outside, so we are taking care of them. So for every ensemble participator, we made these costumes. The next project is sport ground in Stomai village. This is we say like a local tradition, new local tradition. Every year we are making a tournament, a competition between the all black villages, all 6 villages. We are getting into one place. This is our sport ground. We started this project last year. Now we are still working and developing. We are searching for new grants. We are implementing new ideas. We are developing the sport and healthy way of life. Kirsava, next village, we funded the project workshop for children with disabilities to be able to prepare some small things, to make some clothes, to work on some furniture, so they could develop their soft skills and they can become more competitive at the labor market, because the problem is that nobody mostly is working with children with disabilities, and we want to help them to have a sustainable future, to be able to earn some money, to work and to have a good life. Next project is in Bauchi, is the gym. This is for kids, for the adults, for the grandparents, for everyone who wants to develop physically, who wants to work on themselves. And this is totally free for the villagers. And they're visiting this gym every day, so every day something happens there. Next project is in Beshalma, it's other village, and Susak burning skull. Susak is a local kind of pumpkin that can be used as a vessel for water, for keeping there a lot of different products, and burning it's like decorating it. It looks really good, it looks really beautiful, and this is our old traditional cultural product. We want to renovate it also to make it modern. Next project is guest homestead in Ferapontievka. We are promoting, as I said, rural tourism. We want to create a place where visitors could come there, could try some local food, local products, and could try to make something. So we want to promote workshops, master classes, that people are coming, they could make some, from the flowers to make some, I don't know, composition, or to work somewhere in the field, so they could try how is it to be a villager, how is it to live in a village. Next project is in Gaidar also, is the traditional ecological guest home. So as I said also, we are promoting rural tourism, and we understand that if you want to keep here tourists, you have to create for them all conditions, and one of the most important conditions is accommodation. So if you will provide accommodation, we will be able to keep guests for 1-2 days more, and this is very good for local business, for the local tourism development, and for the taxes in the villages. Tomai Agricultural School, we are developing the agricultural culture. We are trying to promote working in the fields, because we understand that our soil is very fertile, and a lot of people can earn some money by producing ecological, pure, local products, because it's much cheaper and still the quality is pretty high. So what do we want to achieve in the next 1, 2, 3 years? We are focusing first of all on development of rural tourism. We are working on that actively. We are searching for new partners. We are implementing small projects in villages. We are making a lot of informational companies in the villages. We are searching for those people in the villages that are ready to become residents of Lag, that want to develop the rural tourism in the area. Next one is support of local producers. As I said, local products, very high quality, cheap, very tasty, and it's like an opportunity for local people to create their own business. Infrastructure development, villages are developing on the lower level than urban areas, so we want to help to create this infrastructural objects, infrastructure not only in the villages but between the villages. So to make it able from every village to get to another one. Next is youth involvement. We understand that the future is youth in young generation, and if you want to develop LAC, we have to involve young people. And well, the youth is as an indicator, a factor of sustainability of the LAC. So we understand that we have to work on youth to try to keep them here in the villages, to develop their own ideas, to develop their own businesses, and to create here families. And last one is, but not least, cross-border experience exchange. We are communicating with different LACs, not only here in Moldova, in different regions, but only abroad, also abroad. So we are searching for partners sometimes. We are exchanging by mails. We are like making some video exchange, and we understand that we have a lot of aims. And we have a lot of plans, and to implement them, we need some support. So we are also doing these things, trying to see how the processes are working in other countries, and to implement the most positive, the best practices here in Gagauzia, in our LAC especially. So thank you very much for visiting our LAC. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. I'm speaking English, so I'll try to translate something. If you have some questions to Maria Stamat, she's working mostly on the organizational moments, so she can organize any event for 1 week. Just you can contact her, and she will do it. Well, I'm not sure that for free, but she will do it on a high level.
Живой музей коврокачества. Почему он называется живой музей? Здесь.
So here we have the so-called a living museum or a live museum of carpet making. So why we call it a live museum?
Музей живой называется, потому что здесь можно заказать, во-первых, изделия по своему проекту, можно выбрать готовые изделия и можно получить мастер-класс.
Because here you can come with your own pattern which you want to weave into a carpet and order a carpet. Or you can choose among existing patterns and order a carpet here, and you can also have a master class of carpet weaving.
Да, и здесь занимаются ребята со школы, есть кружок, которые приходят и получают знания, передается им умение ковроткачества. Наше село славится ковроткачеством. Из давних времен здесь ткали ковры.
And also there is a regular class for children, for school children, who come here to take their, to train their skills in carpet weaving. Gaidar is famous for its long-standing tradition of carpet making.
Издревле здесь ткались ковры, со всей Гагаузии приходили сюда, заказывали на приданные ковры.
So they have been always good in this, and they always used to have, for many years, they used to have orders from all around Gagauzia for carpets.
Ковры заказывались не только на приданное, но и на продажу. Ездили в Одессу. Наши ковры находятся по всему Советскому Союзу бывшему и даже за границей.
But also they were doing trade in carpets, so they would come here, buy carpets, and go around. So there are many countries all the world which still have those carpets.
Очень часто наш башкан или навлаг, когда едет с частными визитами, заказывают здесь ковры для подарка этих стран.
Like Bashkan или Навлаг, when
Да, и ежегодно у нас проходит фестиваль ковров. Приезжают из всей Гагаузии, с ближайших районов, с Таракли, с Украины, с Приднестровья приезжают, соседних сел на фестиваль.
And they also have a regular festival, carpet festival here, where they have guests from the neighboring villages from all over Moldova and neighboring countries.
И на этом фестивале не только выставка, но и продажа. Полюбившийся ковер могут купить желающие. Мы можем предложить вам, вот у нас есть несколько ткацких станков, такой вот стандартный, и маленький, и большой, на них можно попробовать самим попробовать, как это шьется ковер. Естественно, бытовые разговоры, как там шло, мы можем показать сценку. Все, пожалуйста.
So and here you can also see a piece of life, like a scene from the life of the past, how some family occupations like it was doing in the past. So please.
В семье каждой, и взрослые, и младшие, имели свою обязанность.
Because everybody had their occupation in the past.
Hadi kızım hadi. Sarkın Müslüman sortuysa girme lazım olacak. Ben bıktım artık уже маму. Niye говорю мазутарма? Тей yanında bilmem şimdi kızlar oraya gidiyor. Benim mazutlarım. Niye yapalım kızım? Açan kalabalık kız. Tebatları çoktan düğün yaptık. Çünkü akıl delikanlı oldu. Ona lazım çiz hazırlama. Sen de koca kızsın yerde dur. Ne sen de kısmetin çıkar. Te satalım da bu kelime de aldık sana bir çift küpek bir tilçi bir. Hayır ben İsle o zaman. Hadi kızım hadi. Sonra da bize bir türkü çalacak da içi birleşecek daha iyi. Açarda küçücükmüşüm gönül açarda küçücükmüşüm Mamam karagaydan yürümüştür babam karagaydan yürür Benim saçlarım kara olsun gülüm benim saçlarım kara olsun Gaydan gibi yürümüş olsun gülüm gaydan gibi yürümüş olsun Ayça ben küçücükmüşüm Lelo ben küçücükmüşüm Mamo kisi yapar saymış Lelo mamo kisi yapar saymış Onun kızı kısmetli olsun Lelo Kızı kısmetli olsun Para gelir saygılı olsun Lelo Para gelir saygılı
Сейчас у нас ковры больше, но дети всегда помогали. Старшие там ткали, делали нить, пряжу, красили, готовили. Дети именно мотали вот эти, готовили для ковров. И, естественно, возникали такие ситуации, когда уже надоедало этим заниматься. Ну и говорили, вот ты уже взрослая, нужно там свадьбу сделать, дом построить.
Что? Кто не сознает? Я закончила.
Добро пожаловать. Я снова здесь. И снова здравствуйте.
Welcome to the village museum.
Это наш исторический музей. Мы открылись 6 лет назад, в 2013 году.
So this is a historical museum and it was opened in 2013, 6 years ago.
И мы открывались только, было 300 экспонатов. Сейчас в течение времени у нас уже более 1000 экспонатов.
So at the time it was opened, they only had 300 objects, now they have over 1000.
Здесь у нас первое помещение, это национальный гагаузский, вот комната, дом, как жили раньше гагаузы. Естественно, обязательно была эта печь, она не только для того, чтобы обогреваться, готовить пищу, но и спальное место было служило. Да. И дома были небольшие, они составляли только 3 комнаты, одна из них основная, это кухня.
Homes were not big, usually they had 3 rooms. The main room was kitchen and
это и спальня. Все здесь можно было решать. Это и спальное место, вот топчан деревянный. Дальше есть деревянная колыбельная для ребенка.
and they would eat and would discuss their everyday things.
Ну и здесь есть утварь, которая, наверное, не у всех есть. Вот это дюбек. Это делается национальная мюрде, приправа делается. Это из зеленых трав и красного перца сбивалась. И вот на столе у меня есть такая вот солоночка. В одной стороне соль ставилась обязательно, в другой стороне мюрде. У вас тоже мюрде?
Да.
В Болгарии тоже. Вы в Болгарии. Ну, у нас корни-то немножечко схожи. Ну и сундук, это тоже это место, где хранили ценные вещи свои. Ну и кроме того, еще сверху дети спали, постарше.
Also, this wooden box where the family would keep their valuable things, but it was also used as a bed for all the children.
Да. И основные атрибуты это жерка, более светлая одежда, ну и кровати, появление кровати, спальни.
You can see the clothing which is of lighter colors.
Да. И в каждой семье была комната, нежилая комната, где складывалось приданное для будущей невесты. Говорится, ну расскажите уже.
But what's also important is that every family in their homes, they would have one room which was not livable. So they would not live in this room, but it was just kept for things they would collect for the wedding, for the time when they have to marry their daughter.
Поголовцев говорят, когда рождается в семье девочка, уже должна укладываться чуть-чуть приданное. Дальше у нас здесь есть, по-моему, самая большая коллекция платьев, одежды из всех музеев, которых я знаю.
And in the next section you can see, this is probably the most representative collection of costumes, of traditional old costumes in all local museums.
И это домотканое, видите, это платье домотканое из шерсти, и это тоже шерсти.
Which these costumes are made of is also homemade.
Да. Дальше появились вот свадебные платья, они вышитые, атласные, они разноцветные, не как привыкшие до сих пор сейчас вот белые платья. А сейчас это были красные, синие, коричневые.
Today we're used to white dresses, but people used to wear this very colorful wedding dresses before.
И вы увидели сейчас у девочек наших платки такие, видите, черные, коричневые, желтые, белые. Это тоже традиционно. Старые женщины носили такие темные тона, девочки светлые тона.
Also very typical for women to wear in Gagauzia. Of course, the darker colors were for elder women.
Здесь у нас
фотографии,
фотографии, как мы собирали музей. Здесь из истории села. У нас в селе было два колхоза.
Some photos about the beginnings of this museum. On the left, you can see history of the village in
виноградные бригады, садоводческие, табаководческие были бригады, огородная бригада, возделывались помидоры.
You know, this different teams of these collective farmers who were growing grapes or tobacco or whatever they were specializing.
Это из истории нашей школы.
And this is photos from history of photos are with these children from different cities of the US.
Uçurdu camın altında saçı sana bakamay saçı gözüm versene anlıyorum basmanı saçı gözümü sevdikçe saçı senin vermeseler